because a lot of y'all are not living in reality when we're having this conversation. You want a man to pay all the bills. Let's talk about 50-50, because a lot of y'all are not living in reality when we're having this conversation. You want a man to pay all the bills, take care of the rent or mortgage, lashes, car notes, nails, hair, take care of the kids. The list goes on, right? He needs to provide. And I'm not saying that you don't deserve that. I'm saying that the reality and the statistics show that that is not the reality, because most men simply cannot afford to do that. The world we live in right now is crazy expensive. And even if that was the case, I'm sure most men would love to be able to take care of their women. However, the way society is set up right now, that is not a realistic expectation. And it's not because these men are lazy or they don't love you. The real truth is most people are not rich. I don't care what society tells you. If we look at the actual numbers, the average person barely makes $50,000 a year. That's across the board. Like, go look at the stats. So where are we supposed to get all of this extra income from? And why is it that every time we talk about provision, we're talking about money in particular? Because provision is way more than money. Provision, a man could come in and provide peace. Maybe this man could provide protection or emotional security. There's so much more provision than just finances. Let's get that straight too. So many of my ladies are out here saying, oh, I'd rather pay 100% than to go 50-50. And I get that. I really do. You've been hurt. You've been disappointed by certain men. I get why you say that. But I want to just talk about why it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Studies show that the best way to level up, to build wealth, is to work together. Being 50-50 with your person, with the right person, is not struggle. It's actually strategy. You got to think bigger. It's two people building together. It's shared vision. It is respect and contribution, not one-sided survival. Being alone and doing it 100% by yourself sounds empowering, but is it peace or is it pride wrapped in pain? Because when the bills hit and life gets heavy, and it will, it's not about flexing your independence. It's about having someone who's going to show up with you. 50-50 is not about splitting bills. It's about sharing a life. And that's way more important than money.
Dr. Shalia Vine. And some of the comments says, my question has always been, if I pay 100%, what are you doing with your money? I will look like a clown paying 100% and you pay zero while stacking up all your money for yourself. How does that benefit me? Been married 40 years. I pay all the bills, own two homes. Wife ain't worked job in 20 years. We go to Mexico 3 times. I don't have to have no big time income. You have to work on a budget. Shop in bulk, stop of it. Okay. So all I'm girl, so sick of these lazy entitled females who act like their man should be their dad. Or two people building together, not a better. I'd much rather pay 50% of my with my husband, which I do, than pay 100% with myself. You are making a valid point, but I guarantee you 90% of men will disagree with you, hate you, or call you a pick me. Uh, that was a woman telling her that. Women wasn't thinking like this until social media came around. They have unrealistic expectations. That's why it's so many. Ask those women if they would want their sons with a woman that wants everything and reciprocates nothing. Watch how they view change. But you definitely need to be in a loving marriage or relationship because people have mastered separating you from your money. I was dating one woman. She was asking for money all the time in one breath and making excuses for spending any spending any time with me in the next breath. Problem is, it doesn't matter how much you explain this to women, they won't get it. They move off how they feel and that's it. Plus, women get on social media and show their lifestyle so easily, influence other women, then they compare their life to that, then they ruin their relationship. It's a problem that can't be fixed. I should just date outside their race or date outside the US. These women are compromised, but life will hit them hard when they reach 40. Totally agree. Totally agree. You have to understand what kind of situation, what kind of precarious situation you put yourself in when The woman pays absolutely no bills. Two things. Number one, she stacks all her bread. She stacks all her bread. So now she has leverage to leave you. Number two, alimony. You've been with a woman 10 years, she didn't pay no bills. Guess what? You're going to pay bills for the rest of your life. While she's getting dicked down by some other dude. So you're going to be paying some other dude to basically screw your ex wife. Yeah, that's how that works. Where did women get the notion that the man is supposed to pay for everything? Where? This doesn't even say it in the Bible. Where do they get this from? The Bible even says the woman works and makes her husband rich. It says that in the Bible. Go read Proverbs 31. It's right there. Problem that I see with modern women is they're just inherently lazy. They don't want to work. They just don't. They do not want to work for nothing. They don't. They want you to be a slave for the rest of your life while they stay in their feminine energy, which is a bunch of crap. Yeah, you know what they say? Well, if you're a real man, you they always start with that real man stuff. Any real man wants to should pay all the bills. Right, right. First of all, ladies, when you married that dude and you're requesting all these things from the dude, you didn't even give him virginity. You didn't even give him that. Can we start there? If you're a virgin, okay, maybe I can consider it. I probably won't still do it, but you don't even give him virgin. You didn't give him your chastity. You slept with how many other dudes, and now you want a dude that's going to be a slave? Why would I do that? You slept with at least 20 dudes, at least. So that means your emotional makeup is all jacked up. So you're going to be looking for your next high in the next 2, 3 years. So you're going to leave. I don't want to do that. Emotional makeup is done. You got too many human beings' sperm in your body, which literally fucks with your psychology. It really does. So you don't even give us virginity. Yeah, you're saying that we should pay all your bills. Why? Why should I pay all your bills to somebody that's not a virgin? Why? For any relationships to work, both partners have to be benefiting from it, or else resentment is going to build. That's how that works. Eventually, that man is going to start wondering, like, well, fuck, like, I'm not really getting anything from her. She just asks for money. All I do is this and that, blah, blah, blah. But like I will always say, anything that has to do with the home, electric, rent, water, sewage, grass, everything, security system, insurance, the man pays for the home. A woman should never have to worry about that ever again if she's married to you, ever. Everything else is fair game. The food, the man should never have to worry about food again, ever. Don't even bother him with that food. Don't even bother him with that. The only thing you need to be asking him is, what do you want for dinner? That's it. And you give him the best of the best. When you guys go out, you split it. You have a joint account. He holds a card, but both of you guys are contributing to it. You guys go out on family trips, the same thing. Joint account, it comes out from the joint account. It's not one of those get rich schemes, ladies, where you just get to just freeload for years and then leave the dude and he's left with nothing. He's been paying the mortgage this whole time. He's been paying everything this whole time. Then you leave and then you get half the home. Why would he do that? Right? So you have to look at it from a man's perspective, ladies. It has nothing to do whether or not the man likes you or not. No, it has nothing to do whether or not he's a real man. That's all. That's all crap. You know it's crap. You know it's crap. So stop it. All right. But a lot of these ladies, they're going to start to realize that, yeah, I might need to adjust my thinking because there's no scenario where paying half is ever better than paying more. And as far as the domestic chores, I don't believe the woman should just completely just do that all the time. She can get burnt out. That's fine. Then you can vacuum the home. You can clean the bathtub. You can do that. That's not a big deal. No, I have no problem with that at all. But if the man is paying for everything, oh, I don't want to hear nothing. You do every goddamn thing, everything. All right. Anyway, guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.